Hey guys, welcome back to Hello, and it's me, Angeliners. I cannot wait to get into today, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host. Officially, I wanted him to be my co-host. I asked him I don't know, 3 weeks ago. Michael David, here you are.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited. Listen, obviously we did a couple episodes already, which was so much fun. Like I was
Mhm.
more of just going to be, a little bit behind the scenes with this podcast. But you were so gracious and really felt comfortable when we were talking and
Mhm.
stuff. So I love you and I'm so
I love
grateful.
you
So
too,
thank you
and I just
for
love how
trusting
we
me.
are together. Like
Yeah, I
you just
mean,
said, I trust you.
yeah, we've been hanging out for a couple weeks, like consistently now, just
Mhm.
keeping busy, keeping the grind going, got a lot of amazing projects going. And I mean, look, we got our Hello
Oh
swag
my
right
God, I'm
now.
so excited to launch this and let
Yeah.
everybody know about it. So it's going to be on the website and this is Coca-Cola.
Yes.
I'm not drinking anything.
Yes. A couple people mentioned that in the first round of episodes how you were drinking and you had said that you weren't. So I mean, let's just preface that you started recording Hello in February.
Yes.
And then you announced in early
After that,
April.
yeah,
Yeah, early April that you were going to cut back. You
correct.
weren't going to like immediately cut everything, but you were
You
just
can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to clarify that.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. And thank you for that
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people just see what they see and they're
Mhm.
like, I want to really when we get to the newest episodes. Oh,
Mhm.
I got so much shit to say.
I
Let
bet.
me tell you.
Well, because season 7 just ended when this airs. Season 7 is going to be over and
Mhm.
wow. I've been hearing a lot
I'm trying
yeah.
really not to watch the episodes because I just want to take myself out of that toxicity.
Well, reliving it, you know what I mean? Like you
Exactly.
already lived it. And you're very much like even the older episodes, like you don't need to like review. Like
No.
you remember every piece of what happened, which I find really interesting. Like you're I don't want to call it like a super fan. You just were there and you like know everything. So when the
Hmm.
fans are bringing all this stuff up to you, like
I'm just
you know.
I already know, you know.
Yeah.
But watching the episodes, I did watch the last one,
Mhm.
and I have to tell you, I was very shocked.
So clarify with everybody like which one just aired when we're recording this today.
The last one was when Ron came back,
Mhm.
and I just it was a lot of flip flopping, and I was just like, what the it's just a lot of craziness that happens on this show, and I have to be real. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not trying to say the word spare because that's not really what I'm trying to, but I'm going to be honest and truthful, and like I said last time, people are not going to like it, but I'm going to say the truth.
Well, that's what this space is for you, right? I
Exactly.
mean,
And I think I've
just
been really biting my tongue a lot with a lot of stuff,
well, I
and
think that you just are respectful, and I think
yes.
that a lot of people expected
Mhm.
you to just kind of come in really hot
Mm-mm.
and just talk hellish about everybody in your cast. And
No.
that's not what this is.
No, I'm not
This
trying to do that.
No, and I mean, just obviously, Hello is not meant to be a talk fest. Like
No.
it's meant to
No.
just be like your way of like opening up and just kind of shooting the and
And just recapping episodes.
yeah, recapping
You
episodes, giving
know?
motivational stories.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's been some fun guests already that we've had and like some others that are already like lined up, which is so exciting.
We didn't even announce that yet, but we will.
Yes. But today we're kind of going a little bit back to when you first came back to
Oh, I
family
already have my
vacation.
notes ready
Okay.
for this. So,
Yes.
hello. Do you want me to begin?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna take it back to when I did come back to Jersey Shore family vacation.
So what was that like? How was the call? Where were you? I remember you said in the one of the first episodes that we recorded that you were working out and you were just like on the
I was on
treadmill
the
and you
treadmill and I was working out, which I have to start doing again. By the way, I
don't we all?
no, I know.
Don't we
I have to
all?
real.
I
I
have a
have to
gym in my building. I never
what the
use it. Yeah, it's just
Angelina. Anyway, so I'll never forget the call. All of a sudden, I looked down at my phone because my phone was always just propped up on, where you could put the incline up and down, which
mhm.
the incline was usually at just 0.5 because I really never wanted to go running on that. So I was like, I almost fell off the treadmill because the name that came over my phone was the CEO of the production company that runs Jersey Shore and owns it. And
Sally and Salsano.
mhm. And I o- I picked up the phone. I was like, "Hello," and then
You were like, hello.
hello, yeah. Well, I kind of did that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What's going on?" Like, I haven't heard from her in years, And for me, I was actually like, I thought I saw a ghost. I was like, "What the like?" So I was very happy to hear from her, and I
At
didn't.
this point, was it announced that Jersey Shore was going to be doing a reboot?
I don't remember that. I don't remember. Mm, I don't remember that. That I have to be real with you.
Hmm.
I'm not going to say that I remember, and I would never lie here, um, or lie in general, because
I
I'm
mean,
just
that's
honest.
yeah. You never, you
I don't
say
like
exactly
that.
what's on your mind, and
I
that's
don't
why
like
everybody
lying.
loves you.
Thank you. So I just said, what's going on? And she's like, "Hey, so we are probably going to do the reboot of the show." And I'm like, "Tell me more." And she's like, "Actually, one of the producers are going to call you. You know him, and I know him for years. And he's going to call you, and he's going to go over things with you if you don't mind." I was like, "Okay, sure." And I hung up with her, and I'm like, "What the like? Was that even just real?"
So, did you think that it was just going to be a cameo, or did you think that it was going to be like a full-time position? Did you think what, was there a contract?
So at that point, I didn't know what was going on, but
Yeah.
I had spoken to the producer, I think the next day, and he said, "Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news?" And I know I was out to dinner, and it was really loud in the place I was at, and I was like, I think I said, "Say the bad news first." And he said, "Well, they don't want to pay you." I said, "Okay, what's the good news then?" And he said, "Well, we would love to try you out and see how things go. So if you're down to do that, we would love to have you." And I was like, "All right, can I just think about it?" Like, because there's a lot to think about here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, forget about the money. Like, obviously, they weren't going to pay me. I already knew that. But there was so much more, like, in
You
that.
didn't leave off on the best terms.
No. And this was years upon years. I haven't spoken to them. And like, we were like, it was just like back and forth. And they were like, "You talk," but they were talking. It was just this whole big thing. It was just such baby like high school drama. It was stupid and it was dumb on both sides, I feel I'm going to take responsibility for my actions and you know,
Which a lot of people say you don't do.
I'm taking responsibility for my like
Okay.
I own my like if I'm going to say stuff about somebody and they ask me, I'm going to say it to their face.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is what it is. And I'm never gonna like speak and talk about somebody behind their back and not say it to their face. That's how I roll. Like I have this thing about me. I have to do that.
Was anybody blocked? I remember that was like a topic of conversation, that you blocked me or I blocked
I
you.
think at one point I blocked like all of them
Yeah.
because I just didn't want to see it anymore. I was just trying to live my life.
Did you have FOMO?
I had FOMO.
You did.
Yes,
Okay.
that is. I'm being honest when I say that. FOMO for sure. I left. I lost millions.
Yeah.
Um, it was not an easy, you know, thing for me to do to leave that show. But it was just too much going on. There was just too much going on. Mike was just not letting up. He was just really going in on me, and it was hard. It was very hard. You know, Filming with him just now, I didn't really like some of the things he wrote about me in his book, but
Like what?
that I wear many masks that literally like the first season when I walked in that I was not acting like myself. What?
I mean,
I'm the same girl from
I could be wrong.
2009.
Yeah,
Like,
I could be wrong, but I feel like you're kind of one of those, like, what you see is what you get kind of people. And
ugh.
while Mike has made an amazing recovery, congrats to him on the book, so successful. Wasn't his thing on the show always that like he was like the instigation and
Oh, it's
always,
it's like that right now.
so that's why I'm just like, I mean, I guess he's not hiding it either. I don't know, but to me, I'm just like, I wouldn't say that you wear many masks unless it's like you were in the
No,
EMT,
he wasn't
you
saying
were
that.
yeah.
He was saying that I was acting different on camera.
I'll tell you guys, I have
No.
been with Ange, like, just the last, like, 3 weekends in a row. There is there is nothing different than what it's everything you see. It's everything you see, and that's what I love
Uh,
about you. Like, there's random points where I just, like, laugh. Not at you, but
no, but, like,
just
you have to laugh
yeah, like, I'm just
because if
like,
we
"This
don't laugh,
girl."
we're gonna be, like, in a bad mood all day,
Yeah, like, just this girl, man, and,
the that goes on.
oh, yeah, you're an animal parent, you got a
A
lot of stuff to
lot of
do.
stuff on my plate right
Yeah,
now, you know? But going back
yeah.
to the call and everything, I thought about it and I was like, "You know what? I'm not going back for the money. I'm going back because I really wanna make amends with these people. I think they think I'm somebody I'm not, you know, but again, we were both at fault, like both sides. No one can sit there and say that, okay, Angelina was the most up person, but then they were right. You know,
Do you think they saw it that way?
they saw it that way, yeah. But it is what it is, and I'll never change their minds. And that's how I live my life. It is what it is. What am I gonna do?
So were you just scared
I
when
was
you were
very scared to walk back into that house. I actually wrote some notes down about I was so nervous coming back for sure. Paulie called me to come back and shock everybody. Like he wanted to do a prank war champion on
so this
everybody.
was like the way that, reality TV is, like, obviously Sally Ann was the original one that called you, but then when you got the call from Paulie, did you have his number? Did you know the call was coming in?
They told me the call was coming
They
because I
told
was in the
okay.
van. Yeah,
Oh, you were all
I was already in like the driveway.
really? Oh, so you didn't speak to any of the cast until you were already in the driveway about to walk into the house.
Yep.
Interesting.
Hmm.
It didn't seem that way.
Well, doesn't seem like a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of not what it seems on the show.
Okay, but listen, that's what reality TV is,
Yep.
right? So you get the call from Paulie.
He was very nice.
He's the
He is
sweetest.
very nice. He just did a video for my best friend Chucky without even a hesitation. That's
Aw,
one thing I have to say about Paulie. He's a good guy. I have nothing bad to say about Paulie. I really don't.
I remember when you slapped him that one time.
Oh, I know. I know. I want to take that back. I was very heavily intoxicated, which is not an excuse. I was an idiot. But I say that to him.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you apologized
Yeah, but
then?
I still have to do it now. I did it recently again in the house. And
Oh, again?
yeah, because we were talking about it and then
Really?
yeah.
Some things just never change,
Some
huh?
things just never let up. Like
Okay.
20 years later it could be like, "Well, remember the time you slapped me?" And I'm like, "What the like it's just like dumb but like
Yeah.
Paulie's like it's not that Paulie actually said something so great. He's like, "It's not that deep."
It's not.
And I love
It's
that.
not.
That's what I love about him.
Just some things aren't that deep.
No.
Like I just.
And that's why I wrote here. The boys were cool about me coming back, but when the girls came home, I cannot say the same.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny said that the Staten Island ferry was about to dock,
Okay.
and then
Meanwhile, he still lives on fucking Staten Island.
but, like, can we just talk about that close up of you when you were like, "Yeah, you think I'm a dirty little hamster?"
I
So
can't.
what
I
that was
can't.
so wild.
It was such a weird editing. Like we
Yeah,
still talk about that. We talk about that like to this day right now. Like
okay.
that was the weirdest edit ever. Like don't know why it looks so freaky. It looked like a movie. Like
Yeah.
I was just like doing what they asked me to do. All right, go knock on the door again. But like the first time when I did knock on the door, I was myself. I was like, who the is gonna answer this door? Because
What so you had a camera, then mic, like, was the like, that close up, like, did they like, was the camera in front of Mike? You
I
know what
don't
I'm saying?
I think it was
Because
over me or something.
maybe they zoomed it in or something.
I don't know, but that was they
Yeah,
never did that again on the show. Did you ever notice that?
never again.
Why is it just like that part?
Well, I mean, that was a moment.
Did you see like the boots I like the
You looked so good, like, getting out of the car
it
with
was
the
like did you hear
boots,
like the
the clack.
not only that, but like the music, the
Yes.
like crazy music
It was
coming.
everything.
It was
It
everything.
was everything.
Like
Like,
the sliding like van door,
listen,
the
like,
production car.
yeah, listen, like, I know that the cast, like, doesn't, like when people say that, like, you bring the drama, you bring it, but, like, that definitely helped. Everybody can agree that that helped the return of the show just, like, start strong. That was everything. And it wasn't even until episode like 3, right? Like I remember like being all like, where is she? Where is she?
I think it was episode 3, and I think I was
Yeah.
on 4 episodes because then they had me at a dinner with them, and I think they all thought I was gonna take it badly, like,
Mm-hmm.
but Jenny was like, "Okay, so, we've really enjoyed your company, like, and but we wanna end this trip off as a family." And I was
Mm.
like, "Okay, whatever you guys want," like, and they were like, and I was like,
Well, you had changed. You weren't a kid anymore,
and I
right?
think they were, like, bracing themselves
Yeah.
for impact, like, but I was like, all go with it. Like, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, like, that's fine," and I was able to get home by Valentine's Day and spend time with person I was with at that
Mm-hmm.
point, and, like, I was fine with it. They
Yeah.
they actually thought I wasn't gonna take it good, but I took it extra good.
So all of those episodes, that trip, you just weren't paid.
Nothing, not even a cent.
Expenses?
What do you mean
Like they
expenses?
flew you out. They
Yes, they
okay.
they did that, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the food and stuff, I mean,
And listen, honestly, it could have gone 2 ways. You could have just went in there, it could have went to hell, and then you could have just left.
yep,
So maybe that's why it wasn't really planned.
that's probably
Um,
what it was. They
okay.
wanted to see how I was gonna do.
Then season 2 of Family Vacation, things were you had like it was more official at that point, right?
Yeah, I was in Favored Nation, but I
Explain what that is.
Favored Nation is where you and the rest of the cast, like, hold hands in the negotiation process of everything, and everybody gets paid the same.
That's very nice though that at this point all of you in the cast at that time
Yeah.
eventually when it happened to you, you all like stuck together with that,
No, we
'cause
didn't. We
well
not
no, like I mean like at eventually.
like years later.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, listen, we don't talk, money because obviously that,
I
you
mean,
don't
it
you
is
don't
what
like
it
to
is.
yeah.
But a lot of times, like, I wanted to know what I should do, and I really didn't know who to turn to because,
Mm,
it's like every man for himself. But I really,
that's the
I, I,
industry, right?
I kind of deserved at that point, like, to make, I felt what they were making. But during COVID, they were like, we can't pay you that, like, what
Mm.
you want. And
And
because of,
that was like
because of
season
COVID.
3-ish.
No, that was like season 4.
Still at season 4.
Was it season 4? I think so.
By after the wedding
Then
was
I got it. But it
interesting.
took me so long. It was like, what do you
Well,
guys
you worked your way
I
up.
worked my ass off.
Yeah, but eventually you got it, which is amazing, you
Thank God,
know?
yeah. I mean, but I'm still not called an OG, so it is what it is.
Well,
I don't
I
give a
would
shit.
love I'm just
I don't understand that.
can I ask like what defines an OG? One that stayed the first 6 seasons of the original show the whole time?
I
Because I
guess.
mean, then I guess
I
that
don't
means that you're
know.
an OG of Family Vacation then, more than some people who came back a little bit late in
I
the
don't
game.
understand all of it.
Yeah, I
I
don't
just don't get
but
it.
here's my thing though, and I'm sure I hope that, the cast all can agree, like you all are an OG at this point, like I just
I really hope that they think that. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they think. I'm not in certain group chats. Like, it is what it is at this point.
oh, I think oh my god, we're getting a ring. Oh my god. Wait.
No,
So
we're not.
yeah. Oh.
Wait, guys, we have to just show you guys something.
Hello.
Hello, we just kind of snuck this in on you guys.
Yes. Okay. So wait. Let's answer it. Okay. Where?
Hi, Angelina. This is Rebecca from Arizona. I have a question. Did any of your Jersey Shore castmates congratulate you for your new podcast?
Before you start, this is a new segment of Hello, where everybody's gonna ask Angelina a question.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got the duck phone here.
Yes, we have 2 of them.
Got 2 of
Official,
them.
the official ones.
Yes. So
Wow,
what do
that
you think?
question.
And by the way, just so people understand the context, we're recording this 5 days after the podcast has officially launched. So at this point, it is not even a full week of it being out.
Yep.
So I guess What would you like to say about that? Has anybody reached out to you?
No,
Not one.
not one.
What, like literally none of them?
None of them. And then you also run the Hello
Yes.
podcast Instagram. Has any of them followed or anything?
No. No.
Dina's nobody.
Oh, well, yes, Chris Buckner does follow, which is nice. I did notice that.
And he's the only one.
No one else. And they don't need to follow it. I mean,
no,
that's
but I mean, a text would have been nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Vinny Guadagnino has been in a group chat that, you know, it's just like random, like 9:30 at night type of like, how's, you know, the podcast? Like, what do you talk about on there? Or like, how's Vinny 2.0? Like I flew out 2 girls or something. I'm like, what the? But like, where is it? I don't know.
Does that count? Does that really count?
I don't know. He really wants to like. So the last time I saw Vin in Miami, I was like going to him like, can I go on your podcast? Like, cause like he said I would be like Cat Williams or something. I'm like, what the is that? I don't know who that person is, but I guess that person's like, they like, I don't know, went crazy or something, or like funny, or like I don't know. But I was like, so you don't want me on your podcast? But he had Mike on his podcast. He's like, no. But then at one point he said, yeah. And then he said, no. I'm like, I don't even need to be on yours. Like,
And Vin, listen, you're welcome to come on Hello. Like, I don't think
I would love him to
I
come
think
on
you
here.
would. We've
Yeah.
talked about it. I think you want all the cast to come on at some point. You wouldn't have a problem with
I
any
would
of
love
them.
for them to come on here, but I
But
don't
not
know.
one of them reached out. And I'm not trying to like instigate or anything. I'm just genuinely asking
Well,
as a
a
friend.
fan just asks. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not asking. I
Yeah.
mean, no, not since coming home from Miami too. Like, especially
Which
like,
will be, is that still season 7 or is that
it's
season
still
8?
yeah, season 7.
Okay. You can't reveal too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that. You're you're respectful of that. But so did any of them did they all know that you were gonna do one? Did
They all know.
They all know that you were planning on posting
Yeah,
a
I said
podcast?
it a million times. I said it's called Hello, and yeah, I said it a million times. Like,
And we saw Nicole at her store opening on Long Island, which
yeah,
was
and I
so
went
fun.
to support her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first thing that she said to me, because you introduced me to her when she was so nice. And I'm originally from Long Island and I still work out there. So that's why I was checking it out. Beautiful store. But the first thing that she said, she was just like, oh, how much did she talk about us?
It's ridiculous.
Because you haven't. That first episode, you were so raw. And like, can I just say the reaction was so nice.
Like, what did they think? I was gonna go in guns blazing, and like that's what they do every single season that I'm coming, like walking into like the house or whatever. Oh my god, she's gonna come in hot, and it's like even the last 3 episodes ago or something, they were like all sitting around the couch, like waiting for like me, like they were bracing themselves for impact, thinking I was gonna come in like with them, and I'm literally like, everything's good.
Would you say that it's fair to say that you're unpredictable?
They call me the wild card, but I don't really think I am. Like, I think they just like, you should know me by now. Like, if you with me, I'm gonna get upset. Like
maybe making comments saying that you talk too much?
I like talk too much, or like just dumb shit. Like even not even just like that, like just like all these things. Like it hurts my feelings, you know? It would hurt anyone's feelings. And I walked in calm, cool, and collective, and they were just like, oh, she's going to blow it one point. It's only a matter of time. And I'm like, let it go. Like, what the I can't just come in and have like a great, like just be on like happy behavior and like, and just be like in a good place and just be like, hey, how are you guys?
Well, I thought it was nice though that Mike said, regardless of all the like,
Yeah.
all these people here love you. And it seemed like you thought that was nice.
That was nice. That was a
Yeah.
nice moment. But then you,
But then it's like
I
they
can't.
can't text and just say congrats on the podcast. Maybe they haven't listened. Maybe they were nervous. Do you think that maybe they were nervous that it was going to be negative or
But
anything like that?
then they've all heard it though. So what's the deal though?
Yeah. Again, guys, just for context, it's only been 5 days since it's launched. You know, everybody has lives, and you know, I think that we know that, but
I just like
just they could have liked the post or anything. We've posted clips
nah.
and stuff. Congratulations to you, number 1
Thank
in
you.
entertainment news on
Thank
Apple
you.
Podcasts in 24 hours.
24 hours.
How amazing is that?
I feel good that at least other people want to listen
And
or congratulate me.
And just really quickly, I'm going to acknowledge this. The only negative feedback that we got was that it's censored.
Really?
Yes.
So they want it to not be censored?
Well, they want it to not be censored, but obviously that's for the Angelina Army on Patreon.
Yeah, like do you guys want to hear me say all the time?
Yeah. And
Every minute?
Listen, guys, I mean, just from the producing angle, it would be beautiful if we didn't censor, because that would be less work for us. But at the same time,
Yeah.
everybody's used to you guys with the beeps, and that's the Jersey Shore.
I think it's funny, the beeps, no?
Some people also said that too. But let us know what maybe you'd prefer. Like, do you want no beeps at all and maybe just the word cut? Like, I know you want to hear it, but like, you know, what
maybe I should say the word F? I don't know. Like, can you say no, you still can't do that.
Well, no, I mean,
what can't you say? Like,
yeah, I mean, all of
like what words can't you say? We already know you can't say
I didn't say it.
I had to say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't say can't say
You can. You can.
Well, you have to beep it out though.
Yes.
Now you have to beep it out.
Yes.
And you have to beep out the I just said.
Yes.
So great.
Yes. But anyway, let us know. Like, maybe it would be nice to have just no beep at all. We're trying to make it low and not annoying.
I won't say anymore, guys. If that's really...
No, I want you to still like be yourself. You know, I don't want you to not.
But I don't want you to have to do all that work. That's a lot of to like delete, like to beep out. Like,
well, listen, the editors on Jersey Shore are used to it. So
I mean,
that's what we signed up for, right? That's okay.
I don't know. Sometimes they put words in my mouth.
But I mean, listen, if that was the only negative feedback that we got, well, I'll take it.
Hey, I'll take it too. Thank you for like even like listening, watching, congratulating me. I've seen so many congratulations from all of you guys, like
calling in now. Yeah,
thank you to the fans, like for real. Like this is why I'm doing this, for you guys, for me, for Michael. Like I want a safe haven, and I feel like here is where I have that with you guys, and with Michael, of course, because he makes me feel good, you know, and he's not one to sugarcoat to me, and he's not going to be a yes man to me.
I'm
like,
very real with you.
Yeah, he's so real, and you know, no, but I feel as though a little bit I can't really. I'm kind of at like a rock and a hard place a little bit where I want to tell the full truth about a lot of things, but
you know that you have your limits. Obviously, you can't, talk about
say a lot of stuff because who's getting mad and whose feelings are hurt, and
well, not even just that. Obviously, you don't want to take away from the show.
Well, it's not even about the show. Yeah. Forget about the show aspect of it. It's about things that like happen like even off the show. Like, for example, the no congratulations, the not even liking the post. You know, what about the animal
yes, that's also something that we
just did. And it's like, Justina Valentine, thank you so much for hitting me up and saying next time that I do something like that, you want to be involved. Like, for her to say that, I think that was very nice of her. But no one else reached out. I don't understand what's going on.
And let's just take a second.
Did I do something like again?
You helped raise money for 5 different organizations, which is just so fun.
I did so much, and I tried my best. And you know what? I really am happy that I went to that and I did that.
It was awesome, and the fans came.
It was
all great.
Came. Mm-hmm.
It was all good vibes.
All good vibes.
And like one of the people from the organization started crying once they got the money and everything like that. 100% went to the cause. You did not take a time. You didn't take a dime.
No. And I'm also giving them more. I'm actually giving them all an extra check.
Yeah, you're matching.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I also bought all the pictures that I signed, which actually added to that, which I was happy I did that. I was very happy that I added to that at the last minute. I was like, let me do 8x10 so I could sign those. And everyone bought them, which I was so happy about.
Which, if you're a member on Patreon, you can also get.
There you go. So definitely go to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV.
So I guess just, we can move on and talk more about this episode. But so to answer the question, none of them reached out about the podcast whatsoever, other than Vinny just kind of like throwing that in the mix. So I guess,
I mean, I guess Vinny's like intrigued.
yeah. And Vin, welcome to come on.
I would love for him to come on.
You would love, I would love everybody to come on. I think it would be fun.
I think it would be so fun. I mean, I went on Nicole, her podcast years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess we'll see. And listen, who knows? Maybe by the time this airs, maybe they will have reached out, you know?
Yeah,
So hopefully that's the case.
I will pray for that.
Yeah.
What's up, Angelina Army? First of all, I just wanted to say I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting Hello and coming back to listen each week. I just wanted to remind you that if you're just chilling at home and you don't want to listen to the audio each week, I'm back on YouTube. You can watch all episodes that drop each week on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want the juicy, uncensored cuts, then they'll be on Patreon, if you know what I'm saying. But I have so much fun content coming on my YouTube channel, and I want you guys to make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. The link to my channel is www.youtube.com/TheRealAngelinaPavarnik. Again, that's www.youtube.com/TheRealAngelinaPavarnik.
So
Thank you for that question to the fan, whoever you are. That was a great question.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Mhm.
kind of heavy to start. That
It
was
was very heavy.
Yeah. So Mike was the one that answered the door,
Yes, he was.
and he looked shocked. To say
He
the
was
least.
very shocked. He was the only one that didn't know. That's what they said.
Mhm.
And he's like, "Oh, damn! Like if it's like I think I see the ghost of the Christmases past, or the dirty little hamsters past." I'm like, "You asshole!" But I just like was laughing about it. I
Mhm.
took it as a joke, and the boys are really nice to me when I walked in. Like no,
I feel like throughout the whole show, the boys and you seem to minus Mike occasionally. He has his really good moments with you. There are some really good moments that you guys have. You're definitely better than what you were,
yeah.
right? I
I
mean,
guess sometimes.
yeah.
I have to stop going to him with stuff though, because he has to, I have to tell the squad. I'm like, all right, so nothing's like sacred with you. So that's the only thing, I have to watch what I say to him because he does tell everybody. In a second. It's like literally you turn your back, it's like it's going on group chat. And the group
Really?
chat that I'm not on, by the way.
There's a group chat that you're not on.
Well, yeah, we have had so many episodes where they were like,
They referred to group chat.
yeah,
group chat.
like even the Lions ate the box, like fuck group chat, Angelina's in it now, and like then I'm just never in a group chat. So they still have a group chat without me. It is what it is. I don't even give a shit anymore. I think it's so stupid.
It reminds me of when I was in high school and I like had a group chat with my show choir, and then we would like kick each other out of it every now and again.
It's
but,
like so dumb and petty and just corny at this point. It's like, all right, like I don't ever want to do an episode where we're saying that again because it's not real.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say no to it. I have to start putting boundaries up because I haven't. And just even like coming back from this last trip, I did like a couple of boo-boos. Like I was like, oops, I f***ed up again. And I'll get into that more down the road about how I f***ed up.
Once it's aired and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely
You live and learn.
was manipulated in a lot of ways. And I can't do that anymore. I have to protect my, I have to, like they all do, I have to protect my energy. I have to protect what I have back at home. And they'll say something. And I'll be like, oh, they're all going to check up on me when we got home from this trip. And none of them have. It's like, okay.
Sorry to hear that.
It is what it is, It's like, forget about the podcast, even wishing me congratulations. None of them have checked up on me, which, I know they're going to get mad about me saying it, but that's the truth.
I guess just to kind of put a button on this, just before we dig ourselves too deep. Do you all get together when you're not filming? Does
No.
the cast?
No.
Well, I mean, listen, again, everybody has lives and like you're working and traveling. So maybe that's just like everybody just needs a minute. But I guess that's just that's interesting. I mean, you work so much, so you guys do see each other pretty often, I
I
guess.
mean,
But
but now
it's
we're
all
gonna have a
because
few month break, and like, it's like, then their whole thing is like, she doesn't reach out to us. It's like, but I do reach out to you guys. I've actually asked them to come over. I have so much on my phone that actually can prove it. Me asking them to come over for like wine and cheese night, like the girls, and like none of them ever wanted to do that. Like, I do try to hang out with them off of the show. And I think they just don't want to believe it, or they say otherwise. But I have proof in my phone. It is what it is.
yeah, I mean,
You know,
you can only do so much.
I can't make people want to be friends with me outside of a TV show. And I'm actually going to start to like cleanse myself where I'm not going to care as much because I'm a Cancer. That's my sign. I really believe in astrology. I believe that like my sign is such an emotional sign. And it really is. Anybody that I know that's a Cancer, they're like, we're so misunderstood, but we're so like loving, and like, you know, we're loyal as, but like with us, like, then you're gonna, get the little crabby
Yeah.
little claws. But other than that, like, we're good people. And I really do. I don't look at it as a job. It's weird. It's like a lot of people like, just look at it as a job. It's like,
You're actually going on vacation.
I'm actually trying to maybe I'm a fool. I don't know. Maybe I'm a fool to believe that maybe I'm just like in the Truman Show,
Mm.
the movie The Truman Show. I'm Jim Carrey. While everybody else is around me knows like what the up. I'm like the idiot that's like, I don't know. One day it's like someone's gonna come to me and be like, "Yeah, we all knew. You didn't know." I'll be like, "It makes sense now."
Well, I hope that
You know.
I hope that doesn't linger for you, and I hope that
Well, it comes home with me.
I'm sure
You
I
know.
see it. I see it.
I get stressed out, and you know, I do let it fester in my brain because I'm like, but why? Like,
But letting it go, like you were just saying,
yep.
like, and not like being bothered by it, I'm sure will just be better for you overall, dealing with them, dealing with, like working and stuff, and then coming home, and
Yep.
obviously like your home life. I think that that'll just be a lot better for you, and good energy going forward. So
Yeah, they're all like, you should be alone. Like, but are you guys going to be there for me, like, to pick up the pieces? Like, if I'm alone? Like, no. Like, none of you are. Mike's only texted me, "Are you going to tweet tonight?"
why haven't you tweeted?
Um,
Well, you got hacked, right? Like
I got hacked, so
okay.
but I finally got back in.
Oh, you are okay. Good.
But I tweeted like after whatever, but I actually, like I said, I got hacked, so I wasn't even able to get in for the last whatever.
Because I'm sure a bunch of the Angelina army out there is like, where has she been? We love tweeting with her.
I actually just saw that.
Yeah.
But also, in a way, it's weird to say this. I'm happy that somebody got into my and changed my password in a way because I don't want to.
It forced you to have a break.
Because when you tweet and then if you say something they don't like, it's like you got to deal with the wrath of them. So it's like you can't win.
There's no winning, and I think
There's
that
no winning in
unfortunately
this.
that's
Unfortunately,
something. Yeah, that's something that all of you probably face. There's just no winning.
Do all of them really face that?
Well, do all of them really tweet? Do all of them really put a lot out there? You put a lot out there. You are really good about like sharing a lot of your
Too
life.
much though.
Well, no, and listen, I think that especially now that you have this platform, you can save a little bit, like maybe not going live so much, and not because people are saying not to per se.
Well, they always have something to say about those lives.
Well, because I just think that it's too unpredictable. It's too, something's live, God forbid you misspeak or any of the trolls in the comments. I think that
Yeah.
this is just a better medium for you. That way there's no room for any of that to potentially
Well, they're
happen.
upset. Fans said like, you are the show, and I was like, say it for the people in the back. Like, I always do that though. Like,
Yeah.
it has nothing to like. I'm not trying to like talk shit about them. I'm talking about myself. A fan saying that to me.
Yeah.
But I always like.
And I know I'm biased, but like just the last few seasons, especially, not by your design, but a lot of the drama or whatever you want to call it has kind of been centered around you, whether it's your deciding or not, you know? So, and listen, I mean, that doesn't come with good.
No, they
You,
say I want that, like,
this
you know.
season, it was rough watching for you, you know? And I'm sure
Yep.
that I don't want to say I'm sure you regret certain things, but I mean, just seeing that must not have been easy. So I'm sure
You
tweeting
mean the
doesn't.
beginning of it? Well, no one
Yeah.
asks me about that either. That was like gone and went with the
Yeah.
winds.
And we spoke about everything that happened with your dad already, like on
Yeah,
this
well, you
podcast.
did. You
Yeah.
asked me how I'm doing,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. But that's a big thing. That's a huge thing I just dealt with, and it's like,
It seemed like it was swept under the rug.
yeah, it
At
doesn't
least,
seem like it was. It
yeah,
was. It was.
it just kind of turned into you hating Sam and all of this stuff. And
Nobody
again,
hates her at all.
yeah, I mean, listen, it's
People don't know the
difficult.
truth about what really
It's
happened.
It's difficult, and
So.
that's something I think that we should revisit for another episode. But let's just go back a little bit, you know, and obviously everything's really fresh with everything airing right now, so I think that's why it's good for us to kind of just like talk about it a little bit,
Yep.
you know, and not go too deep into it, but just kind of like address
Yep.
everything that's out there.
Yep.
But so the girls had walked in when you came back. We're back to season 1 of Family Vacation, guys.
So
When
let's go
Angelina
back
came
to
back.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sitting at the table.
something's never changed though, apparently, right? So
I was sitting at that table and they rolled up on in there.
they
Screaming.
looked like they a brick.
Well, yeah. And like I was also like, oh, you know. And
I mean,
then
you weren't expecting them to be all happy, were you? Right?
well,
mean-
no, but then like seeing it come out like on the episode like everybody else, I saw like the girls like jumping on Ron. You asshole, why'd you invite her? And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And then I think that was when we went into the room. Was it the next day? Upstairs. Was it that same night?
It was that same night.
Yes.
And-
See
and-
how I'm
and-
trying not to remember like certain traumatic but like
so you felt that was traumatic for you.
oh, it was so traumatic for me.
So
Yeah.
which is sad because I mean, like you said, you went in there with the intentions of just trying to like clear the air, right?
Yeah. And I actually wrote down here, the girls came home. Jenny called me a chew toy. She's like, "Why are you here? You're a chew toy." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." But to hear somebody say that, now me and Jenny are in a good place, thank God. But that's traumatic to hear that from someone. I am past it now. But since we are recapping the beginning, we are going to go back there. This is where we're talking about it. I have to bring that up because that was the thing, Ronnie actually came into the room and I didn't know what to do. And I heard the girls talking so much about me. Like, her, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God, like, should I even be here? Like, I was contemplating going home.
Really?
I really was. I was like, I think I need to go. So something that resonated with me with Ronnie, and I think this is what made me really like him, despite all the shit that went on with him, whatever. He was the only one that came in my room. They gave me the smush room to sleep in. I mean, that was the only room left. So, and I said, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I think I have to go because I'm hearing them talk so much, screaming like banshees. And I'm like, and he's like, no, unpack your stuff and stay. And they're just drunk. And maybe tomorrow things will be better.
And it was.
And I was like, in my mind, I said to myself, I'll never forget that. Like, that resonates with me. Like, that was nice of him to do that.
But it was better. It was it took a minute, right?
It took a minute because I said to Ron, can I come with them for the meatball day, whatever. I know I definitely didn't want to go with Jenny because of everything, but I did want to like hang out with the meatballs and see if I could try to fix Nicole and I and our issues. Because I know Dina and I didn't really know each other, so we had nothing.
How was that seeing your replacement?
I had no gripes with her. I mean, I've seen her at DJs before.
And I think she even said that on the episode too. She
Yeah,
was just
like
like, this girl, I got no problems with this girl. I don't
same.
know her. I'm trying to just, yeah.
Yeah, I had no issues with her. Like it was just, you know, no issues. But that's so I really did want to go to Meatball Day with the Spiral Squad. They called themselves at that point, which now I'm part of that.
hmm
And I wanted to, and Ron's like, all right, you can come with us. I was like, all right, I'm going to come. He's like, and then Nicole brought up the fact that I said something in a tabloid about her lips. And I said, here, I did say that, and I pulled up on my phone or some girl's phone or whatever. I don't think I have my phone.
Yeah. So let's actually really quickly. So the original show, you were not allowed to have your cell phones.
No.
That's crazy.
A lot of people snuck them in though.
Really? That's some tea. That is some tea.
Oh, hell yeah, they did.
Interesting. That is really interesting.
I'm one of them.
You snuck your phone
I
in?
had to, but I hardly was able to use it because it died.
Oh,
We all snuck
wow.
our phones in. Jesus.
You all did.
Well, most of us did. That's I'm finding out little by little who did it and who didn't.
Does production know this?
It's we're saying it like out there, like it's hilarious.
Like it's not like the show knows that you did that now
Everybody
in today's world.
knows.
Oh,
Everybody-
okay,
yeah.
cool. Interesting. So anyway, so you do have your phones for this, but you grabbed somebody else's for to show the article of you saying that. Or
Well,
whatever.
I was scared to like bring my phone anywhere. Plus, it died. Like
Mm,
where the f- are you charging that thing?
true.
In the bathroom? Like
Mhm.
you only have like a certain amount of time in that bathroom.
There were cameras in all of those rooms back in the day.
Yes. So I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. And then it just like died. And I was like, at least I'm only here for 4 days. Like, in a way, I kind of like, I was like, all right, I'll go home. And I was kind of like,
So basically, I guess maybe this changed, but Family Vacation season 1, the no phones thing was still kind of trying to be a thing.
yeah, I think, yep.
I mean, people have
Yes.
kids, so they
And
do
then
need
second, I think the second one was where we were all like, "F that.
to. Interesting.
I think it was the second, or was it the third?
I just think that priorities are all different now. People have kids, people have spouses, they need
Yep.
to reach people.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
obviously, yeah. So
And I
interesting.
was with
Sorry.
I was with the whole thing. I was like, I want my phone too. So
Interesting. Okay, some behind the scenes tea. Love that.
my entire life, I've always had a special attachment to animals. You all know I have 10 cats and my baby Peanut, my little Yorkie. They are just so pure, and I feel like anytime I can get the word out about ways to support finding them a good home, healthcare, food, literally anything, then I'll get involved. Animal Haven has served the New York tri-state area since 1967 and are humbled to be trusted experts in the animal world finding homes for abandoned cats and dogs. They're a highly skilled rehabilitation and training team that provide both cats and dogs behavior intervention, enrichment outings, and ongoing support after adoption. The most important thing I want to note is that they're all a no-kill shelter, meaning they will never euthanize for space or time, which is such an amazing thing. Adoptable animals will stay in their care for as long as it takes for them to get adopted or placed in a more suitable rescue or foster situation. Just being an animal lover, I couldn't think of a more perfect cause to shout out, and I want to let all of you know that you can get involved to help support their mission. Visit www.animalhaven.org to make a $1 donation or find out how you can donate toys or any other needs for their animals. Again, that's www.animalhaven.org. Please, guys, if there's one thing I want to do with my platform, it's get the word out about causes like this because I love animals so much. So thank you, Animal Haven, for all the work that you guys do. Here's to finding more homes to our furry friends.
So, what's it called? Jenny said before the Spiral Squad thing, she won't make it a week because she will never be part of the family
When did she say that?
while you guys were in the room.
Oh, I was sitting there for that?
Mm-hmm.
See, another thing I blacked out with, and I wasn't even drunk. It just blacks out of my mind because I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe it or remember it.
So my question is, do you feel part of the family now?
No,
After
no,
really,
I don't. No, I don't feel like it.
what would make you feel like it?
Nothing they can do at this point.
Nothing.
No, they've made it perfectly clear that I'm not part of it.
That makes me sad
It
to
makes
hear.
me sad. I mean, Vin lives it every day. Like, I mean, whoever's around me, you live it every day. You
Mm-hmm.
know, nothing I can do or say. They'll say that I am, but I'm not. And it is what it is. Like it's sad. It makes me cry. I'm about to cry right now. See what I'm saying? It's just I put all this work in. I give my life. Yep. Nothing will ever be up to par with these people. And that's why it's so hard for me to just go on these vacations because I'm just like, what's going to happen? Like, who's going to come at me now? It's always somebody. Always. It's always somebody coming for me. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not the best person in the world, or I'm not freaking the Pope or, a nun. But I mean, it's like, it's a ticking time bomb every time I go to work. So it is what it is. I just had to stop myself from crying. I know how to do this. See how I just like,
Yeah.
but they say I'm part of it. They're like, we love you. You're part. But if I'm part of it, then like, am I, why is like it's, I don't know. They act like they're there for me, but like only when the cameras are around, they're around.
So I guess just something that could potentially make that better is just obviously staying in touch outside of work. I guess that would just be a step, right? I mean,
I mean, that would be nice, but they want me to do it. They say that I don't do it, but I have so much proof that I do it. And I'll try again like tomorrow or something, but like it probably won't even resonate.
well, I'm sorry to hear that. And I didn't, expect you to get emotional just now.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
just
sorry.
especially like, with everything that I just dealt with the father thing, that just like got swept under the rug and like
It
nobody's it.
really did. I mean, it was a thing for like the first 3 episodes, and then just it kind of just turned all dark after that.
And then it was just all the drama and then it was just like her, you know. So that's why this is so sad because you want to believe that when you go to work, you're going to have such a fun time, where there are fun times with these people. I'm not going to say that there's not fun times,
You have some great memories with
some
them.
great memories.
Yeah.
But then with that comes some very sad, dark memories.
Would one say that that is what a family has? Some dark, some, like
But to be called like Satan and like, the redheaded stepchild and like, you know, it's getting to the point where it's not cool anymore. It's just I'm over it and I'm not going to take it anymore. Like
well, I think that just like you said, it's putting boundaries up for yourself, still delivering and working and having, professional relationships and doing what you can to make the show amazing, just like all the rest of the cast is hopefully doing. And, that'll just hopefully be better for you. And I think maybe then you won't expect as much, and then be disappointed. I think that's the common theme here is expecting more than what maybe some other people are willing to give, you know?
yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
I guess, but like then don't look at me to give everything then like and then like when I give you guys and I open up to you guys and then like you use it against me.
again, I think that it's just going to go back to you putting those healthy boundaries up for yourself. You have to give yourself, this is what you signed up for. You know that, you've acknowledged that.
Yep.
But, you know, being yourself without necessarily saying everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you farting in the car.
That was great.
Like, that's fun. That's
But
fun.
that was like so like I didn't even realize that was gonna happen. But like those are the moments I love.
Yeah.
Those are like the happy moments. And I wish I had more of those. But then it goes right back to something else.
Well, I've said this to you. I think that there's some happy moments ahead. There are. I do. I think that,
On
you
the
know,
show?
well, yeah, just for you in general, and then hopefully you can bring that to the show. I think that you are going to have a family one day, no matter what.
I really hope so.
You are going to have a family. We've talked about manifesting here on
Yep.
Hello, and
Yep.
I think that I think it'll happen for you, and I think that you getting to learn motherhood and learn what it's like. I think that's going to bring you a lot closer to the girls. I think.
That could be.
I think that you are going to learn so much more about yourself that you didn't even know. I don't think that you would be healing any of your problems by just magically having a kid. I don't think that that's your
Yeah, no.
intention. I think that
No.
that's something that I would like to say, just knowing you as a human. You have always taken care of a bunch of animals, and I don't care what anybody says that, like, yeah, there was in your cat's fur or whatever. That doesn't mean you don't take care of your animals. You were late here because you were cleaning up your animals and making sure that they were safe in your
The
house
whole
before
entire
you
house.
left.
Yep.
Yeah, and you signed up for that too. You acknowledged that, but
I know.
you
I
really
took on a heavy load.
you did, but and maybe that'll change once a family situation starts to happen. Maybe that'll change. But just as your friend, I think it's going to be the best thing for you. And I think that
Yeah, you've been saying that.
I do, and I see it. I see it, and I think that that's something that'll be a little bit more positive. That like the show and just you and on your podcast on your own platforms will be able to kind of like show, like some happy. And
Yeah,
listen,
like some
I know you,
happiness.
and listen, when you're pregnant, you are not going to be enjoying it. I don't think. I think
Oh,
that just
no.
knowing you, it's going to be like a little rough, but
Probably be like bedridden.
yes, but it's going to be the best thing for you.
Yeah.
Eventually when it does happen, J-Lo got pregnant at 45.
I don't want to be 45 though.
Yes. So that's something
That's like
that,
old. But hey,
well,
listen, good for her.
whatever
Shit's great.
works, whatever works. And, and you're, going to explore the different steps on like what you can do. And, I think that that's your future. I'm manifesting that for you as your
No,
friend.
I love that. Thank you.
And
I need something positivity, like some positivity.
Yeah. And I genuinely think that that is going to help you with the rest of the cast, at least have a little bit more like positive stuff to share. And I think that right now it's rough. It's really rough right now.
It's been rough, and
but
I hope that the tides are gonna go softer.
But you also are creating a show, and it sucks, but you're doing your job, and you're doing it well. And no matter, but again, it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth the emotional stress and everything?
Take it all home with me.
Take it all home, yeah.
I do.
So I just think, those boundaries, still doing your job, but, putting, boundaries up for yourself will be.
Just don't know how to, like, it's so hard to do that too, because it's like the way that they like talk to me about like, oh, like we're going to be there for you. And like all these, it's like, I believe it. And then I'm like, I'm like,
so I guess basically you're asking for your cast, your friends, your family to just maybe make the first move to you a little bit more often. And maybe you could do that as well.
Actually do what they say they're going to do. Like,
okay.
Like
be
just
consistent.
Be there for me. Like Mike saying, are you going to tweet tonight? Like, no, like, hey, how you doing, Ange? Are you okay? How's everything with you? They say they're so worried about me, but I don't see that on the phone.
Well, they're welcome to call the duck phone and let us know.
I would love for them. Listen, this is not me like talking. This is me being as real as I can to them. Like I'm hurt. I'm very hurt. Just like they said that they're hurt about me saying that I'm the whole show. Like I was saying, oh, say for the people in the back end. That's what I always do. They know I've been saying that. Like when a fan says it, but like why are they taking that as like I'm hurting them? Like why are they getting mad about that?
Maybe they know it's true. Sometimes it's not easy to hear things that's the truth. And it's not. I'm instigating over here, okay, guys? This is not
It's not
coming
you
from her.
instigating. It's
No.
like you just
Well,
saying what
like
you
just
think.
like I said before, respectfully, what you're going through right now and what you're dealing with a couple of the other cast members, that is taking up the majority of the drama of the show, and that's just the way it is right now. And
I didn't see it going that way. That's for sure.
maybe next season it'll be something different, and that's the beauty, I think, of what all of you guys do. I just hope that things will get better from here for you,
I want
and
to do like traders and like other, you know.
oh yeah, and listen, I mean, you have already said that you have been approached, for a couple of fun things to do
Yeah.
in the midst
I
of.
love doing like
Yeah.
All Star Shore, like meeting new people. Like that was fun. I don't know.
Would they ever do another one?
I hope they will.
Okay.
I would love for like that to happen. Like Vinny and I to go against each other would be so funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But I had a great time with people that I just had met. Like meeting people from around the world, different shores.
We should definitely do an episode of Hello about All Star Shore.
That was a fun time for me.
Yeah, so we'll do that one. Maybe that one won't be like as emotional. I know that obviously you've been going through a lot, and we
Yeah.
talk.
I'm
and
very emotional. I have my period right now, guys.
But just
I'm
really,
sorry I had to say that. I'm
really
so sorry.
quickly-
My menstrual cycle.
really
You know how that is,
quickly,
ladies,
yeah, like,
sucks, and I'm so emotional. Damn it.
and that's why I have a whole level of respect for
Did you
women.
just see how I held back? I just was like looking down. It was just like, and then I stopped myself. I just like know how to cue myself to stop myself because I think I've cried so many tears in the last like 6 months or like probably a year. Like, but for real, 6 months that like I'm kind of all cried out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can cue myself to like hold it in, but you were tearing up.
Yeah, when we were talking about your dad, that was rough. That was really rough.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what people think about that episode. I think that episode of Hello is probably my personal favorite so far.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, pretty soon.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, you go through a lot. You go through a lot, more than most. But I think that's why
But people think I bring on my own drama. Like, did I ask for that? No. Did I took a DNA test and that's what and all of a sudden it just plopped into my freaking lap. It was like what the like who, like how
you
does
can't
it,
write that.
you cannot write that
Yeah.
like, and for some people like she fakes that like drama or fake like no, like literally I didn't ask for my marital problems to be put on national TV. Some of the cast put it on. You know what I mean? Did I ask for that? No. So that's on them.
And you've been very respectful over specific
It
details.
took me 4 hours for Mike to say sorry in my kitchen, by the way. 4 hours.
And you've been very respectful of your ex about everything that kind of happened afterwards. You've not said anything about like specifics, but I just commend you for, because knowing, just as a friend, everything that you've gone through because of that.
Yeah.
I applaud you, because I'm sure that
traumatic.
Yeah.
To say the
and
least.
again, like, no bad, I mean, not necessarily no bad blood, but like you're not trying to like start anything. So I'm just going to quickly move on. And like, I think that, we can wrap this episode up. But the end of that time of you in Miami, you had such dark memories of Miami from season 2 of regular Jersey Shore.
Oh, yes, I did.
And you came back from that and had a much better memory of Miami.
I actually love the fact that like everybody was nice.
Yeah.
After the meatball party, like the meatball outing, whatever party. What am I saying? We all went back to the house, and Jenny was like, "How was she?" And then the girls are like, "I actually like Angelina." That's kind of what like made Jenny like come around.
Yeah.
And I think they thought, like I said, they really did think I was going to come in hot and just be this like same girl from back in the day. People change, guys. Like that. No, I was not there for that. I was there to actually make amends. And I obviously did it with no pay, and I was fine with it. And I did just that.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So I hope that you're proud of yourself. I know that it's tough to have to relive some of these moments, especially while still filming and
Yes.
having things
still filming.
air
Can you believe this?
and things airing. So I
Very
guess
blessed, I have to say.
Did you think that you'd be here 7 seasons later?
No, we are actually we have surpassed the Jersey Shore regular.
Congrats. That's amazing.
Does that make
Cheers
me an
to
OG?
you. I think it makes you an
Oh,
OG. Cheers to being an
cheers.
OG. Yes.
Fuck. At least you think I am. A lot of fans do too. They know the shit.
Everybody has their favorite when it comes to watching a show.
I don't care. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just like reading it, I'm just like,
I don't know.
off.
I've told you this. You just remind me of like my best friend. So
yeah,
like
you keep saying that.
that's why I always just like, I love this girl. I love this
I'm
girl.
fucking real. I don't know. I just have to say what I want
Yeah.
to say. I don't know.
And I think that's just why we click.
Misunderstood, man. Is she like she's very misunderstood?
I think she's exactly what she gives off, and I think that's exactly what you are. That's the way I
Thank
look at
you.
it. You know,
You're like that too. Like you're who you are, and there's no like sugarcoating shit with you.
no,
And that's what I love about you.
it's a blessing and a curse. But
That's what I say all the time. And,
Yeah.
and my best friend Dana is like, it's a blessing and a curse, your job. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, reality TV. So many people. Fun fact: my superlative in high school, most likely to be on a reality show.
really?
That was my superlative.
Maybe you will be on a reality show.
Maybe.
You're
I'm-
so young still.
I know, and I'm really proud of just my professional life, you know, being a podcast producer, being a social media manager, both in the tourism industry and in the entertainment industry.
Mhm.
I'm trying to just kind of grow within that and make my mark there first. And if that opportunity ever were to come to me, I would be very grateful for it. But knowing you and obviously knowing Abby and knowing like everybody else that I've worked with, I don't know. I just feel like it's so, I don't know. It's
You have
so,
to watch out.
gotta watch out, you
You
know,
got to be
and
careful with what show you choose to be on.
yeah.
I would really have to mentor you.
And the network. Yeah, I would need to, you know, I don't know what.
I'd have to media train your ass. I'm not
and
even
like yeah, and I know that this is kind of, we're going over at this point, so I'm gonna wrap up soon. But like I just feel like that for me, like I can't see myself being on a reality show unless it's like gay focused, which
I
don't
love that though. Logo and shit, right? And like
I
and
guess.
RuPaul.
Yeah,
That
but
show's huge.
I love that, and I
love that
I love
show.
Drag Race, and you know I love all the different like LGBT shows that are out there, but I want to be known for me.
Yeah.
So depending on the network, depending on the concept of the show, depending on whatever, it would really just have to depend. That's why I like podcasts. That's why I like just hanging out.
This
you
is
know?
what it is. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe from this, there will be like a show that gets written around you.
Oh God. Oh,
Imagine
God.
it gets written around you. Like, that would be some manifest it. Let's go.
Okay, we're manifesting it, and then obviously you're gonna be on it with me. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I love you.
Love you.
Like this was a fun recap. I know that we spoke a little bit more about like everything that's going on right now. So the recaps going forward, we'll try to stick to like the episode at hand.
I know. Why the hell did I do that?
Well, this
I
is
think because
our
I'm just like so like, what the like with this podcast, like nobody like reached out. Like, and that like phone call, I'm like, whoa.
I know, and we're gonna take more questions going forward
Oh,
too.
God.
Yeah, the phone is gonna ring a lot more.
There's going to be so many
Yes.
of these things, guys.
Yes. And if you want to submit
It's not
questions,
me asking.
and if you want to
Just
submit
answering it.
exactly, and if you want to submit questions with a video or a voice recording, you can do it on Patreon. You can also get things like note cards that Angelina is going to sign.
Oh, I will sign this for you guys.
Yeah.
Look at all the notes I wrote down, guys.
Yeah,
And this is like straight up like behind the scenes. So you guys are definitely going to want these.
And where can they find you on Patreon, Ange?
Patreon.com/AngelinaMTV. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Hello. Subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. You know, and this was an episode that I definitely needed. And thank you so much for listening and watching. I love you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Hello with me, Angeliners. As always, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review, and head over to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV for extended uncensored episodes where you could win fun goodies like signed headshots, note cards from our recordings. Follow us on Instagram at Hello Podcast for extra tea, and there's a lot of tea on there. Just letting you know, you guys are going to want to hear it. So follow me there. See you next time.